And welcome along, and welcome to a very, very rainy Felsburn. It is day 4 of autumn, so we're in the middle of autumn, and the rain is coming down hard. As a result, we can't go harvesting. It's a little bit of a pain, it's a little bit of a problem. What we can do though, because we have minus 19, is we can look at some of the prices that we can get for things here. As we don't have animals at the moment, well, we only have chickens at the moment. We do have a set of silage bales here. Now these, we know we can sell. We know we can sell down at the BGA. Now I think we have to own the BGA is the only trouble in order to sell silage bales at it. And as you can see, we don't own it, and it's also, over 500,000. So we can't get money in that way. We do have a load of eggs. Now eggs actually sell for the best price tomorrow. So we can't do that either. It's one of those days where we're a little bit stuck around the farm. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our chickens are happy. They do have water, and they do have they are clean for the most part. They can do the top up of wheat and barley, so we're going to do that first. We know that we can put wheat and barley back in our store. So let's take this out, and then we might see if we can get something to transport. So a wet day transport mission, absolutely the perfect kind of thing to do. We do need to. The reason why I've not skipped this day, because normally, you know, easiest thing to do in the world, skip a wet day and move back, move on to the next one, start getting stuff in and things like that. Trouble is, we have minus 19,000, so we're going to have to use this wet day to try and earn some cash. So the first thing we'll do is we'll get this scraped up, we'll clean our chickens out, and then we'll go and get a whole load more for them. So how full are they? So they are about 1,200 litres for that much. So I would have said they hold about 3,000 litres. Now this holds 2,200. So I think we could probably fill this up fully and feed the chickens, and it will be good. Now we also can't sell any crops today either, because there we go, barley. Because if I show you, this is where the barley tops out, which is the 2nd day of December. The other one is soybeans, which tops out in the 3rd week of summer. And the trouble is that also we don't have the soybeans yet. Now soybeans, I didn't realise until I started looking at sale prices of a few that I've got at the moment, that they sell so well early in the year or so late after you harvest them. You have to hold on to soybeans for quite a while in order for them to become a useful thing. Now it looks like the sky is clearing up, so what we're going to do is in here we have several contracts that we can be getting on with. There's a ploughing contract, so we can send our other tractor off on that. There are sowing contracts. There's still this sowing contract for these, but we can't do a sowing contract because we have no seeds. So we're going to have to take the most we'll take the ploughing contract and we'll send our other tractor off on that. And we have a fertilizing contract here that we can do. We've got 2 fertilizing contracts. So that's basically what we're going to do today. I think what we'll actually do is we'll take the ploughing contract and we'll send this off on the fertilizing. So we will accept this contract. Oh no, we don't have multi-contracts on here. What is this harvesting contract? Field 23 that we cannot do at the moment. Field 23 is over here. It's a fairly large canola contract that we can't do at the moment. We need to get multiple contracts. So that is where our hands are tied again on here, which is really annoying, massively annoying, as you can see. So I think we need to go and speak to somebody, see if we can get multiple contracts sorted, and see what we can have available to us. And there we go. So we should have multiple missions available to us now. Let's look in here, and what we got? So we have got a different set of missions now because we had to get ourselves restarted a bit, and we actually have some really decent missions now. So we still have fertilizing on field 14, so we will accept that contract. We've got a couple of transport missions, but we'll have a look at those for later. There's cultivating. Ploughing, we've got this one as here as well on field 7, so we'll accept that contract as well. And do we have a well-paid cultivating contract? 1.7 sowing, cultivating for 1.5, fertilizing for 3, sowing for 10, which of course we don't have, so or we can't do. So yeah, it looks like we've got these two here, worth over 12,000 to us. We will get on with these. We'll get the field 14 one going with this first. So what I'm going to do is, oh, didn't want to turn that off. Just want to back this up, lower that down, and then we can disconnect it. And then we got similar. Now I'm hoping we've got some fertilizer in our in this. Otherwise, this is going to be a bit difficult for us to do a fertilizing contract, especially one as big as the one that we've taken on. Right, and down. The other thing, of course, that's updated is this. Mercedes. So there are now more options available on it. I was just noticing that while I was tabbing through, we've got 3 different options on the actual thing itself. And I think there is a back-mountable sprayer for this now, if I remember correctly. Or at least a back-mountable weight. If we have a look in here, that's for the Sin track. Yeah, there we go. Concrete weight. That is for the MB track, which is quite cool. Lots of other weights and things. But yeah, so there's a rear weight for the MB track now. What I'd really like to see is some other equipment, such as a sprayer. And I don't think we have. No, that's for the Terrogator. So yeah, it'd be nice to see a back-mountable sprayer for that. But yeah, so this has some new bits on it. Let's see if we have any fertilizer. Yes, we do. We've got a full tank of fertilizer on the front of this. Now, field 17 is not a massive field, thankfully. So we should have enough in this in order to do this. Yeah, we only have the front tank full, and we've got 12,000 litres off it. So let's lift this up and lift the front one up as well, and away we go. Right, we're gonna get this started, get this going, which is the same thing, of course. And see if we can earn a bit of money with some spraying. Approaching field 17 now, and I just want to double check that this is our correct field for this. No, field 14 is our correct field for this. So I've gone slightly the wrong way. Field 14 is this massive one over here. I am slightly worried we're not going to have enough fertilizer for that. We will see how we go. If we are able to complete it, we'll complete it. If not, then we're just in a little bit of trouble. Here we go, field 14. So let's unfold our sprayer. And this is quite a lot of field to do with so little fertilizer. But we shall see how far this gets. So we'll hire this. So that is very odd. I can't activate anything on here. And I think... it's because I haven't connected up the hoses. Okay. Do we have hoses at the front? We don't have hoses at the front. Should have hoses at the back though. And possibly, is that connected? No, it's not. Right, so connect up our PTO. Connect up any hoses, which there aren't. Let's give this a try. There we go. So that's what the issue was. I hadn't connected up the PTO. That is off, and hopefully that is now going to make us some money, because if it doesn't, it's going to be a bit of trouble. We're going to head back down to here, though. We are still connected to our trailer, so we'll disconnect off that. Disconnect that and that. And we are going to go and grab from over here our plough that we have. Like so. Yeah, the lack of money and the lack of fertilizer, neither of those are going to bode well for us. Put that up. So we need to mitigate this, and then we may need to finish off this contract. We might need to get the extra. We might need to borrow a bit of money. Now our other contract are ploughing in field 7. So field 7 is up here. A similarly large field for us to work with. But large fields tend to bring in the best cash. So we're going to head down there and get that sorted. Off we go. Here we are approaching field 7. And yeah, it is... it's a fairly big field, and this is a fairly small plough. This is always the issue with doing ploughing contracts and ploughing missions, is that your equipment is never that big. And it takes time. That's why ploughing contracts tend to pay fairly well. The fact that we're in this position here tells me an awful lot at the moment. So we are going to crack on with this contract here. Try and get this finished. Although, as always, it's going to take a little while because it is a ploughing contract. So, the field on... contract on field 14, we managed to get it all sprayed with our fertilizer. We're down to 3% now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hired worker doing the ploughing here and head over to our tractor. We will stop this because we don't want to waste any fertilizer, but it really is down to the last 12. Oh wow, that would have done the entire field, which is fantastic. But yeah, we can now get this contract. But we have no money in order to do the other bit with. So let's get this. 7,105, absolutely perfect. That is wonderful news. What we're going to have to do, though, I think, is we're going to have to take on a transporting contract. We cannot... we don't own a cultivator, so we can't do a cultivating contract. And they don't pay very well either. You look at the price of renting the equipment for it, and there's not much we can do. We don't have any fertilizer. We don't have anything to sow with. So that leaves us a ploughing contract, which I don't really want to attack, or 2 transport contracts, which are okay. So we're going to accept the more expensive one of the 2. and go and get this tractor set up so that we can actually go and use them. And the rain has come back as well. So yeah, starting off the ploughing contract, we're gonna pay a little bit of money to have to get something to get a hired worker to do that contract, but it will bring in some cash. It's basically, today is all about mitigation. We know we've got a whole load of money that it's going to cost us to lease this equipment, at least some of the equipment we've got, and that's part of what costs us money every day. The big thing at the moment is the combine. We want to get rid of the combine as soon as we can. Unfortunately, at the moment, we need it in order to finish off our own crops. Otherwise, that would be an easy thing to get rid of. We probably should get rid of the Joskin trailer there. Lots of people turned around to me and said, but you've got the pipes now and everything. I've been holding on to it because of the water that we paid for that's sitting in it. But to be perfectly honest, it's probably costing us more than the water's value to continue to rent that. So I think we'll get rid of that. Let's just put our front tank in here first. But yeah, we have no ability to refill this with fertilizer at the moment. We're going to be a bit short of cash, in fact, until the autumn. Until winter, when we are looking at selling our wheat. We've got to get everything. We need to get everything sorted and done. Thankfully, springtime is when we're looking at putting our next crop in. So that should be okay, because we have got this crop in now while we can. What we need to do is we need to pop around the shop quickly, change the wheels on this, because if we're doing a transport contract and doing lots of loading with our front loader, and suddenly we can't do any fertilizing for a while, no longer any point to having these wheels on here. And what we can do at the same time is we can look at the new options that are available for this tractor that came with the recent update. Here we are. Right, let's open this up and customize it. So I think we've got a whole load of new options. So we've got some Mitas tyres, we've got Michelin tyres, Trelleborgs. I thought we had some giant ones on here. All these options. Wow. So yeah, Mitas only do the wide tyres. Michelin's do the standards and the wides. The narrows. Wow, we've got load more options in the Michelins. Now what I want to do is I want to put we're going to put the standard tyres back on. As I said, we basically don't have any money to be buying extra stuff with. We've got the folding window or the non-folding. Both folding. Oh right, folding window back, folding window front. Oh wow. Now, I don't think we had any folding windows on here before. Front loader attacher, yes, we've got that. We want to keep that. Wheel brand, wheel setup. That is all good. Whole load of colours. Oh wow, family green. Yeah, we got standard colours on here. But yeah, we could send the whole thing into a very bright green or even a military setup. So it's a lot of options on this, which is pretty cool. But we are just putting those tyres on. So customise that. Yes. Rain is probably coming down. I think the other thing that got added, the other big thing that got added was that rear weight. The ability to put that on. So take this back round to our farm now that we've got some more regular tyres on here. And we are picking up from... Where are we picking up from? Looks like Railroad Silo East and taking right up to the top again. So it's a pretty rainy, horrible day, to be honest, that we can't do a lot with. And it's going to feed into the next day as well, because obviously we've got the wet crop icon. All this rain is going to make our crops very, very wet. And we were lucky that it dried out so quickly last time, but this is some heavy rain over these 2 days. So day 5 of autumn is probably going to be spent with lots of stuff drying out. Hopefully we can get some money in though, because we do have all our eggs to sell, and we're going to sell all the eggs, however many we have up at that point. Because the thing is, if we don't sell all of our eggs, if we don't get all of that done, the price just isn't good for a while. We should have another half an egg pallet though, which would be absolutely fantastic. So we're heading up this way. We're going to go and load this trailer up with whatever it is that needs transporting and get it back to our farm as quickly, well, not actually back to its destination up at the top as quickly as possible. We are beginning to run out of lights though. It's 4:30. Can we get this done before the end of the day and before darkness sets in? We've arrived at our pickup point. It's just around the corner here. In fact, there it is. Not a huge amount of space to load these up. Wow, really not a huge amount of space to load these up. We should be able to get our trailer in and round, I hope. Yeah, it's going to be one of those ones where we need to sort of maneuver our trailer first. We lift our front loader up, we should be able to get this round and keeping it straight once I've got round. That's the trouble. I'm going to back it right up to the concrete edge. There. Good. Right, so we should be able to load our trailer at that point. Let's disconnect the hoses. Disconnect the trailer itself. Avoid hitting the car, and we're going to take the ones on the far side first. Even though they're harder for us to get to at the moment, it makes sense for us to go that way because, well, basically where our trailer is parked is where we need to get to them. Now we've got the same issue as we had last time. We've got 4 pallets here, and we've got to fit them onto this trailer. 4 pallets, of course, probably being the maximum we can fit onto this trailer, as we discovered last time. So down and in. I'm not sure what it is we're actually transporting. Food maybe, but it's yeah, it's a lot of it. They seem to be the only. We seem to be the only transport source for getting stuff up to the top of the near the castle. Right, there we go. And these pallets, of course, are notorious for not wanting to come off the front of the tractor. So if we're careful, we should be all right. But this was why I was saying that we want to get these ones done first on this side. Because they do just work, we'll just clear out the space a little bit better, make it easier for us to get the other 2 pallets. Right, there we go. Down. Yeah, they are going to overlap a little bit because there's no way we can avoid that with the size of these pallets and the size of this trailer. There we go. Back round. Looks like we're going to get this back pallet first. Lights have come on. Either they want to scare us off, we're doing something we should be doing, or the darkness is about to come. So I think we might be unloading these in the dark up at the top of the castle. That's not going to work. I want to straighten this up a little bit. There we go. Thankfully, it's not costing us a lot to do the ploughing at the moment. This is quite a bit to get this here. There we go. So that is about the overlap, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strap those down because they're not on there overly well. And then we should be able to get up to the top and get this other one. And ooh, wow, we do not have a lot of manoeuvring space down here. Right, there we go. That gives us a bit more space to manoeuvre. Only trouble is we're slightly at the edge now, or slightly at an angle, but we have got it. And hopefully, I'm hoping that isn't going to slide down, because if it does, with how these react, how these pallets react, this may not go on the trailer. So down and on, whoa, okay, and there we go. Get that back on the trailer. Well, I hope there wasn't anything breakable in that. But it is on the trailer, so let's get these up to our destination. Hopefully it's all back on. We're going to have to put some lights on our tractor, I think. I might just slow the time down for a minute, just so that we're not completely unloading these in the dark when we get up the top. And away we go. Snaking our way up the mountainside now. And we're it's beginning to level out a little bit, so we're able to move a bit faster than we were on the first stage. This is quite a way up, and this is the second time we've been up here recently. And it is just a really striking, really amazing view from up here. Kind of thing that I think this is the only starting map, the only sort of Giants created map that has this kind of amazing view on it. And it's one of the reasons why I love this map, because this is a very pretty map. This is just absolutely gorgeous, and I love the fact that you can come up here and you can survey the map. It's not something that in the past you've been overly able to do. You can see everything from up here, which is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love that about this. And I love that there is stuff that causes you to come up here. I also love that there's an unmarked field up here, and that is fantastic. I have no idea why it's unmarked or why it's maybe it's just because it's so small, but it's, yeah, great little field that. So as before, as last time, we're going to pull in here. We're going to try and get this into a position where we can unload it, which about there should do us. Again, off with the pipes, off with the trailer. Bring this over here like so. Don't want to catch the trailer. There we go. But yeah, the only issue I think I have with these maps is the contracts always seem to be small. There's no massive contracts that you can take on and make a whole load of money off most of the time, which in seasons can be a little bit is not that helpful to you. Oh, come on. Let's not push this off the other side, please. There we go. The other one is a little bit horribly balanced at the moment. I don't want to push it off the other side because, as we discovered last time, it's a huge pain to get those back on, or to get the trailer out of the way and get it picked up. So if we can avoid knocking them off the back, that would be great. Let's look. This is what I mean about these pallets. Sometimes these pallets just do not want to come off. And when they do, they come off in a position that doesn't help you very much. Now, yeah, this other pallet is now coming off the back, so we want to be very careful picking this one up. Not to knock it off, but also not to knock any of the others off either. And you see there, would have knocked it off. So I think we're at the right height. Not quite. I think there's a certain amount of unevenness to the hotel's car park, to be honest. Because it always seems to be that we move about a lot. Maybe a weight on the back of the tractor would help. But, yeah. Let's get this. We'll use this to push that on there. I think it says these have to be straight. And it's maneuvering in small spaces like this. And there we go. Get that one off. Wow, that actually worked pretty well. I'm pleased with that. And out. So I think we've still got that ploughing contract going, which is worth about 7,000. So while that's going, what we're gonna do, I think, is we'll leave it going. We don't need that tractor until we're gonna go and do more harvest. So we'll leave that tractor doing that probably into the next game day. And what we'll do then is we're going to use this to do transport of our eggs and get our eggs sold. There we go. Transport is finished. Or would be if I could get that off. There we go. Let's complete that contract. Brilliant. So we just got this ploughing contract going. There's nothing else really we can do. We need to get some money in to do any other contract. We're down to minus 10,000, which is good. That is going to go up again. We're going to have quite a cost for the next day's worth. But hopefully we'll be okay. We'll just keep plugging away with contracts and keep trying to get this this deficit down. Let's have a quick look before we go, though, at what we do have leased, because maybe there is some stuff that we can sort out. So leased items, we've got a few. This trailer that we're using at the moment, that's a leased item, so that's a little bit annoying. Our sprayer we used today, that's a leased item. Let's return this, because we don't need that costing us money every day. But yeah, so our leased items, we are going to need to take to have a go with those and try and reduce those down. Owned items are not a massive amount. So yeah, we need to sort that out, I think. I think we need to get ourselves a sprayer. Sprayers, yeah, 38,000. So that is going to be one of the things to buy ourselves as soon as we sell harvest stuff, because we could do with owning our sprayer. We could also do with owning this trailer. That is a mod. So Flegel version of that is 12,000. The version that we're using, that I cannot see at the moment, that is 8,000. So yeah, we need to spend about 50,000 really to sort ourselves out. But that's where we're going to leave it for now. We are doing quite well. We managed to make 10,000 today, so that's pretty good, or nearly 10,000 today. But yeah, next time we're going to be drying out our crops a little bit. Hopefully this rain will go. We might get some harvest done towards the end of the next game day. But in the meantime, we're going to be selling off some eggs. Until then, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.